Hello.
Oh yeah, we're in this room. I remember.
No, I don't need to unlock it because I actually transferred it. I had the foresight to transfer all my notes from bloody OneNote that keeps shutting itself to something else. Right. A set of dust-laden ash granite stairs hewn to perfection, skilled by craftsmen. The air seems filled with flecks of tiny dust particles, which glimmer within the captured pillars of light that seem to emanate from the ceiling high above beyond sight. The decline is no greater than 15 feet in depression. Before you stands a chamber forgotten by time, but immortalized in pristine splendor. The cavernous concourse is ringed by a raised gallery which forms a containing curtain to hold back the tides of primeval plants, flourishing betwixt the manicured gravel gardens. Gloriously adorned statues and roaring fountains. The plants beneath the fragrant border pervading with soft tones of jasmine peppered with verdant chlorophyll. In the centre of the room, a strange red-cloaked figure of enormous proportions stands hovering before a torch. Equally large proportion.
There's a person here.
D&D Beyond's acting up for some reason.
Is there anything I can tell about this person?
They have a multitude of limbs, and they are not a person.
It's a tentacle again.
A creature. Can I tell? Does it feel pleasant?
Insight.
Let's do this the right way. Oh!
Again, he dropped a dice.
12 plus 3.
The creature has no thoughts on you or anything around it, but you do sense it is incredibly powerful. And it knows you're there.
Stealth, no.
If it wanted to kill us, it would have done by now, right? Alex would have done the token roll for initiative. So, I think we should first of all group up and then maybe try to approach it.
Oh no, but that's gonna bother my OCD.
Then you'll also be in fireball, fireball formation. So no thanks.
Yeah, let's tactically fan out.
We can
Yeah,
go.
I think that's a smart move.
We can 2 and 2 go down each set of stairs and just group up in the middle ish.
The humanoids and the non-humans.
Yes.
Segregation, as it should be.
Yeah, attack them on both sides.
Okay
If
then.
need be.
I guess we're just gonna...
we could also just one go straight past and to the top and go down on the top stairs.
Who has a ranged weapon?
Hey, it invites us to be on each set here.
Stairs are for walking down. Is basically what Matrix is gauging.
We should all go down.
I like how we're all sheepishly moving our pieces, one square at a time.
Waiting for me to say, and roll. No.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna walk across till we're hindered by something.
The well-kept pathway seems formed of perfectly spherical beads of gravel, aligned in perfect sequence, offering a pleasant grinding noise underfoot. It seems immaculate in a manner to which you are completely unaccustomed. The plants surrounding the area are of primordial nature, seeming not to have graced the surface of Toril for some time. The gravel paths lead to an elevated platform in the centre of the room, ensconcing a strange creature in robes in crimson material. It has no discernible face and seems to be floating 10 feet in the air, in ignorance of the world around it, removed from space, time, and potentially reality. The creature, to whom will be remarked shortly, stands in front of a clandestine brazier, approximately 20 feet in height, and burning contained light, a newly formed sun, the only source of light to illuminate this ancient chamber. Creature ahead of you seems forged not of flesh, but rather metallic appendages. The creature has 6 arms posted in mirrored pairs. The partly unnerving manner of a singular hole through the being's abdomen. The creature offers no means of interaction, but seems completely complicative of all. Disturbing the individual seems unnecessary. I know.
It's a robot.
I think this creature's got more in common with our lads on the right here than us, Cyrus.
Then perhaps they should be the ones to speak with it. Oi, Sentry, see if you can grab its attention.
I do
that's-
not believe distracting it would be wise.
Well, be rude to walk past it.
Besides, Master, you're the charmer out of us both.
I will just go over to the other side and say hello.
The creature will feign ignorance from you. It is clearly aware of your presence, but is not interacting with you at this moment in time.
All right. Stay behind me, Cyrus.
Kill first, then.
Get behind me, pretty boy.
Uh,
As you go
I'll
past
just-
the creature, it is indeed floating in the air, but seems to pay you no mind.
I do I crouch down and put my hand out and I go like,
You don't really need to crouch down, it's 10 feet up.
oh. So I just go like
do,
underneath.
do you feel anything?
It's floating by magic. I think. I'm no expert. I was never a scholarly man.
Is it floating by magic means or magnetic?
Magnetic.
Yeah, magnetic means.
Magnetic propulsion beneath it. Arcana, if you want to know that.
I could just stick out my hand and see if I magnetically attach to anything. Okay, Arcana.
That's just what you want to do to the creepy godlike creature, attach itself magnetically to its arse.
It's a
Hey,
maglev creature.
18.
It is suspended by magical means.
I take my sword and I just carefully prod at it.
Prod at what?
Are you prodding the
You're going
robot
to
with the
prod.
sword?
The mysterious entity with your sword.
Actually, wait, how long is my... I am...
It's 10 foot in the air, you won't be able to reach it.
Oh,
I
thank
can't
God.
reach him.
You could shoot it.
No, I'm not doing that.
I mean, we have the option. We have the option just to completely ignore it and walk past.
This is
Oh, it's there. Alex has placed it here for
No,
a
but
reason.
like-
As this thought passes through your head, suddenly, this wade's gone.
What?
This way, you feel confused and sick for a moment, and then you're back where you started.
Where the hell
on.
did he go?
For the rest of you, 3 hours has passed.
should
I
should,
will-
should
In the
we-
blink of an eye.
Oh, did they feel 3 hours pass? Or has it been like, oh my god, I'm 3 hours older?
You felt 3 hours pass, they did not.
like
I felt 3 hours pass.
Yes.
I was gone for 3 hours.
Yes.
I've been gone for ages! Did none of you come look for me?
you
Didn't
just
even know she
vanished. You were standing there, and then you stood over there, and then you went back here.
I don't think touching it is a good idea. Because I've been gone for, I'd say, 3 hours?
This seems like an Alex thing. Just put something that's not even gonna do anything just to bother us.
What are you trying to say about me?
I'm saying that you put a peculiar thing in the middle of a room that does nothing, just to fuck with us.
I would like to use divine sense.
What do you sense, my boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna just divine sense right now.
I need to check it.
It says for hallow spells, fiends, celestials, undead.
This creature is none of them.
Okay,
Great, we've learned
That's good.
nothing.
That's good. No, that's eliminated
But you can
possibilities.
sense it is neither evil nor good.
That's good. That's an elimination of possibilities. Cyrus will be slightly more relaxed when he thinks about leaving this thing.
What
I think-
else is around here?
In the centre is a large torch burning with the brightness of the sun. Apart from that, a few privet hedges, a lovely koi pond surrounds the area with fish of myriad colours floating in it as waterfalls descend from the statues. The statues themselves seem to be carved with singular pieces of alabaster, representing each, respectively, the perfect image of an elven hero and heroine. They look aloft to the seemingly starry covered canopy above.
I'd like to do a history check on the statues with my stone cunning.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not need my stone cunning for this.
What was it?
It's a 15, and I add double my proficiency in history. So that is that is 4.
So 19.
Yes.
These individuals are completely unknown to you. They seem to be representative more than of anyone in particular.
Oh, I wanted to see if I could figure out if I can understand who made them. What sort of what nature of stonework were they?
They are quite clearly ancient, elven artistry.
I think we're getting closer to this high home of the elves, as they say. Can't wait to have a good old brew at my favorite tavern that I still hope stands.
This room
I'll
annoys
give
me.
it a drink.
Did you just say this room annoys me, Ida?
Yes. I want to know what this thing in this beginning area here is. Is that also just a random fountain?
Yes.
Wow, Matrix is so fast.
It's the fountain of a werewolf looking into a deep silver pool.
Wait, that's an odd
Matrix
thing.
just moved 115 feet in less than a second.
You
Wait,
want,
what fountain?
you want me to move square to square?
Yes.
At least 30 and 30.
Can I see where the water
Like
is
this.
coming from?
The wolf is a statue.
No, but the water in is there water in it? I assume there's water in it. Can I
Yes,
see
there
where
is.
is it like coming from somewhere, or is it just there?
It's just there.
You know how quick Matrix ran? I'm going to investigate. She ran so quick.
You also see a werewolf statue peering into a silver limpid pool in the bowl. Clutched in
Well,
his
this sparked my interest.
Hey,
Because I
Cyrus,
have-
are you thirsty? I want you to drink the water.
I'll pass on that. But I'm going to pull out the Blade of Moonlight because it has a wolf's head guard on the guard of the sword. Does the artistry, like the design of the sword, seem similar to the design of the font, of the fountain?
It looks almost
Is it
identical,
Hmm.
even down to the features of the ears.
You should drink the water.
I mean, I'll look at. I'm gonna like put my hands on the rim of the stone and like look into the water.
It seems to descend into silver glimmers forever. It was endless.
I'll put my hand in and cup some water, like see it rest in my hand.
As
you
you,
know,
lift,
like in the.
as you lift the water out of the thing, out of the bowl, it drips like stars, glimmering as it falls.
I will pull out the sword, and I'll wash the blade of the sword in the water.
The blade becomes miraculously, almost as if it is forged new.
Oh.
Would
And then
that-
I will look to Matrix, and I'll be like, and I'll drink some of the water.
That was a long time to like put off doing the one action you weren't sure about.
As you drink some of the water, you feel oddly stronger and oddly more sprightly. Matrix, as you look at Cyrus, some of the wrinkles and The odd grey hair seemed to vanish.
You are younger.
Like,
You don't
oh.
have wrinkles anymore, and I'll like show in like my breastplate or something that's like mirrory on my
you,
body.
you
Just-
grab a cloth and you polish your breastplate real quick.
Yeah,
You
look
could
here.
just look in the water fountain, right? That'd be reflective.
However, Cyrus, you feel a strange hunger within you.
Like, this is... Oi, Sentry! Come take a look at this! This way, get over here!
You just start running down.
Hold
The-
on.
the-
Just okay, out of character. Just a question: has Cyrus got to the point where he has paladin health, divine health?
No.
Great.
I'm like, look at the blade, Sentry. It's miraculous.
Yes, master, indeed it is.
Perhaps we could take some years off your plating.
As you hold the blade, it turns blood red.
How do I
Sentry
feel?
holds the blade.
This sword feels pretty epic.
Cyrus's blade turns blood red, like a blood moon.
Cyrus,
feel-
lad, are you all right?
I feel great. I feel powerful.
You didn't happen to drink any of that water, did you, master?
Only a bit. Don't worry. Only a little bit.
As before your very eyes, Cyrus. How old is Cyrus, remind me?
Cyrus is, remember, he's 70, but he's also an Astamar, so he probably looks like he's in his 50s, human-wise.
Cyrus looks about 30.
Cyrus, what happened to you, lad?
Water, it restored my youth, my strength. I feel powerful again. I feel like I could take on the world.
I do not advise drinking from strange, mystical fountains.
Neither would I, but look.
I should probably perform a general medical exam on you, sir.
Start stripping him.
Whilst
Actually-
I'm at it, I will dip my signet ring into the water as well. I'll like take it out. I haven't worn the signet ring in a while. That's a point. And I'll pick it out of my like,
It's pristine once more.
and I'll put it on my finger and like hold it up to the sky, like just like look at it above me.
It seems to glimmer with an almost crimson hue.
The wolf's head of my house now shining again.
Sentry, do you have any ability to analyze this water? Or matrix, for that matter?
Fortunately, I left my alchemy set back in Sakara.
And I have to be asking the big bad god if I can discern what this water is, due to my infinite knowledge that I don't access.
I could
I think we found the
Give-
fountain of youth.
Cyrus an exam, a brief medical check, see if there's any untoward side effects that we might not know about.
Neswayne, can you roll a religion check, please, as well? While
Yes,
everyone else is doing that. Because you've been to Nimble.
Well, you chose a stat I'm not good at. Oh, it's actually okay. I rolled a 15.
You recognise the image of the wolf form in a temple to the Knights of St. Lycus.
Cyrus, I'm not 100% sure on my Elven and Nimbran customs, but I think there's an imagery, a symbolicism with the wolf and a certain set of knights that belong to the island nation of Nimbrel. I don't know if it has anything to do with lycanthropy or whatever, but I'd be careful. Watch yourself.
Whilst I look at the ring on my finger, whilst not having my hand still on like the stone rim of the fountain, obviously the ring, House Sturgis' symbol is a wolf, and the ring, the signet ring, will have a wolf's head on it. And I'll be looking at the fountain, being like, "This is surely not a coincidence. The wolf has restored the last surviving member of House Sturgis." And I will pull out my water skin, and I will fill it with the water of the fountain.
Cyrus is getting an addiction.
and I will take a slight more of a sip. And I say slight more as I do so.
Hold on. Maybe Sentry should have a whiff.
I'm
Your
curious
personal
about that too.
poison master.
Well, I would like to give. First of all, I'd like to do a medicine check on Cyrus to see if his heart could be slowing down. He could be dying. You know, we don't know.
He's just
not-
fucking crazed at this point, just in
He's
shock.
He's got younger. He's got younger, but we don't know if anything else happened.
Yes, you can do a medicine check.
We'll see if we.
They're all once over.
I don't.
Cyrus seems in better health than you've ever seen him, even in your life.
So
Oh
from
yeah,
that
because
knowledge,
Sentry, you're 25.
I've been with him for 25 years. So,
So you have-
seeing him.
Yeah, you haven't seen him at the age of 30 ever.
Well, actually, I just took an extra sip. That's have I changed since taking? I don't want to end up being like 10.
Just keep going, become a fetus.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah. No, you haven't changed.
I'll ask Sentry. Sentry, can you fill up the spare water skin with this water? Could be useful.
Yeah, seeing that you're in good medical condition, good health, then I will gladly fill up the spare water skin with fountain water.
Gladly assist your addiction.
Are you
Well,
touching
no,
the water?
yes. So I'll be filling it with the water skin by dipping it into the water.
Is he gonna have a polished hand now?
That is exactly what's going down. And as you dip your hand and you pull it out, it seems to shine with a red hue and is perfectly polished.
I will rip off a piece of old cloth, dip it in water, and rub it on Sentry's shoulder.
This is just taking off. I don't think Alex had the idea that we would stay with this fucking fountain for this long.
Like 25 years of dust and scrapes just been wiped off.
And then you'll notice a tear in my eye because I haven't seen Sentry this clean and grand since he was first assembled.
Sentry's shoulder will gleam like his hand. In fact, it's not like he was assembled, it's like he's made of something else.
I haven't seen him like this since Guiat Aldaibma. You know, I'll put my hand on the shiny shoulder pad. How does it feel? The shoulder. How does it feel? Does it feel hard? And you know,
It feels solid, shiny, and incredibly cold.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind, could you buff out some other spots?
I'll just proceed.
Nothing Sentry.
Yeah, we're just gonna spend the next hour buffing Sentry.
I'll just wipe him in his entirety. I'll just wipe him over in his entirety.
Okay, so Sentry's shining like the stars in perfect silver. Sentry looks like he's now made of quicksilver.
Oh, he's like the T-1000.
Yep.
Magnificent.
Now,
Oh.
Truly
This
magnificent.
does mean he sheds a degree of light
I
from reflection alone.
I could get used to this. Just looking at his like completely silver body now.
Desmond, you look like you could do with some of this. Take some of the
lad,
wrinkles out.
I've earned these stripes, you see here. I've earned these stripes through 600 years. I deserve to keep them.
Wait, Alex, am I starting to glow again? Because my Asimar glow had dulled over the years.
Yes, you are starting to glow slightly.
Everyone's
I know.
got-
What are you doing?
Not washing myself in the fountain
Yes,
booth.
I saw that coming.
It's enough that one robot is big and shiny.
Don't need another shiny one.
But I do, however, Matrix will store the knowledge, and as we progress, she will try and buffer through her things to see if she comes up with anything similar of knowledge.
Now,
All Iris is expressing is like crazed excitement.
Cyrus, do you have a map that you could mark this down on?
I know. Can I have a simple intelligence throw to see if you can
Okay.
think of anything in your databanks?
oh, is that gonna be the mechanic now?
And
Yeah, because she obviously has knowledge. You know, there have been strange sayings that the elves know how to repair youth, etc. This is why they live for so long. You also know that this gift always comes with a price.
I think, Cyrus, we should remember this place and then
But she has
return
not
to
shared.
it when you age.
I am about to share it. I have read about something similar earlier. It's made of it's something to do with elves, and it's to preserve youth, but it also comes with a price. So be aware of nasty side effects.
Have a better price I couldn't pay.
Don't be so sure about that.
Cyrus
Now-
pauses for a moment, remembering all the times you didn't pay. Like innkeepers. And
He just pulls out a list of debts.
Yeah, Sentry just goes to like a still mo and it just starts listing.
Master, I have been aware of all the times you have not paid.
Am I going to have to throw a regular intelligence roll every time I'm trying to recall knowledge?
If you're trying to access your databanks, yes.
Okay.
It does make you a
Now-
wonderful font of knowledge, though.
Now, lads, back to what we were doing.
I got completely distracted by the fountain of youth.
I've got a theory that this warden, this metallic warden in the center, would have stopped us if it wished so. And it's chosen not to. I think it's best to keep going. We'll keep this place in mind, but I am weary.
Definitely be
You're
returning
3
here.
hours wearier than the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I just realized maybe it would have attacked us if we weren't let through by the angel things.
Oh, that's very sweet. You call them angels.
it's a construct,
no
though. It's
comparison.
mechanical in nature, or
But I just remembered we were like let through here.
Yeah.
And if we hadn't been let through, we just ran straight past, maybe he would have attacked us.
It
We've
is,
been
to answer your question, Mark, it is some sort of construct, but of its origin, you have no idea of even where to start.
Sentry's opinion is he could just be programmed to do something, and we're not interfering with it, so he doesn't care. As long as we
That's
don't
a-
interfere with whatever he's doing with that brazier, he's probably fine. Brazier.
that's a good theory.
At the end of the day, he let me lose a few years. So I'm happy with him.
Walking up these stairs, I would like to see if I can tell that these fountains are the same.
Oh, the large fountain. The large fountain depicts a woman with a small urn draped in snakes. The water seems to be emanating from the urn, trickling down into a pool beneath, where luminescent jellyfish thrive.
You guys want a jellyfish pet?
I take off my floppy hat, turn it upside down, and then use it as a net to catch. I don't know how permeable this hat is, but I'll try to sort of catch some water and kind of look at the water, look at the jellyfish.
Oh, so you're not trying to net a jellyfish? Just the water?
Kind of first try, I'm gonna just grab some water and see it.
The water smells like rosemary and sage.
Okay, I will dip it back in, release the water, and now try to catch a jellyfish.
Grab survival.
You may.
First character to do fishing for ages. And it's jellyfish.
Excuse me, it's like 4 months ago I tried fishing in Chult.
7.
4 months ago is quite a long time for being in D&D sick. 7. You try and catch jellyfish, but they seem to kind of float away in their gelatinous manner.
Damn it. I will.
Your
Make
hat
the-
has started to grow moss, however.
Ooh. Alright, I'll just take the hat out, shake it off, try and get it as dry as I can. And I won't put it on yet because I don't want a mossy head.
Just a permanent moss growth in your hair.
As it continues, the moss continues to grow at an alarming rate over the hat.
Okay. I'll make a conscious decision not to fuck with this water.
It smells beautiful, though.
Yeah, I'll just keep the hat and like under my arm, sort of like waiting for it to dry out. But he's constantly like, it smells very nice.
It's very squidgy, like a sponge.
Yeah.
Every time you move, you.
I don't think this water is the same. It's and then I'll just present my hat. It's quite mossy.
It's decidedly mossy.
I think you're right.
Think you need a new hat.
I think I've got a lovely hat. It smells like lavenders.
And moss.
And moss and sage.
And regret. Yes, so moving on.
Now we stand dramatically at the door, like.
You do indeed.
With the same door, so exiting on the same side, Alexei.
Who says you're going to exit on the same side?
I want to exit on the right side.
On your own.
Someone needs to go through the right archway.
Oh, split up again.
Matrix led me to the Fountain of Youth, so
Wow. That's when she used to be a lone wolf. It's fine.
Matrix good in my book.
Right then, I see how it is. Don't like the old fart.
I have friends.
I wonder what the smell was. Matrix have friend.
Yes.
It's like Dobby when you give him clothes.
Like as Sentry and Cyrus approach, I'm like, friends. Like Dobby does.
What appears to be a dark void illuminated by all manner of constellations, dwarfed by an intricate array of cogs, forming a colossal door lies before you. The whizzing golden door gears and perpetual rotating spheres. Oh, I didn't realise I made that rhyme. Rotating spheres revolving around a central platform seem perfectly silent. The movement of this interconnecting part seems slowed almost in a manner of stasis. The mechanism almost mirrors the inner workings of an unimaginably complex clock. The room itself revolves around a central pedestal with 4 plaques emblazoned with insignia.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
fancy.
cool. It's very cool.
This looks like fun.
I believe it's actually the doors to the Clockwork City in Elder Scrolls.
It is, yeah.
That's online, yeah. Well, that's good.
Well, I enter.
Well,
I alone on my side, at least.
as you walk forward, I'll like look at you and then walk forward.
Whoops.
Everyone's just waiting to see Sofa Seal appear from somewhere.
I've exited the map.
Yeah, I accidentally pull myself off the map myself.
Hey,
I can't pull myself.
I want to pull myself up. Oh!
Guys, Jesus Christ,
No,
people!
We vanish.
I can't find myself. I don't know where I am.
I've lost you now as well because I can't retrieve you from the map.
So if you put your mouse straight at the edge, you can actually grab yourself just barely.
Ah, perfect. I grabbed myself. Myself, actually.
Can anyone else retrieve themselves or not?
I can retrieve myself.
Mark? Yay! Yes, this is what you see. There is not a map for this deliberately.
Oh. Oh, we are in a room. Woo.
One insignia bears the image of a feathered hat. Another, an embellished compass design. Another, a finely filigreed cannonball. And another, the image of a well-used cleaver.
What did you say the 2 first was again?
An
embellished hat.
No.
No. A feathered hat.
Is it a hat?
It's in chat.
It's in chat. Hat, compass, cannonball, cleaver. Okay.
Would I recognize the hat as a captain's hat?
It's quite obviously a captain's hat, yes. There's not much of a stretch to figure that one out.
I
These
think
all
these...
stand upon singular plinths that are arranged around a central.
And they're just insignias.
Carved perfectly into these golden platforms.
Is there some sort of
I would've
mechanism to them?
the compass.
Pardon, Luke?
I will approach the compass. The compass designed one.
It seems to be a pressure plate of some variety.
Cyrus, go stand on it.
You know what? You've led me to something good before.
Oh dear, just trust the crazy, just trust the crazy robot.
I will just stand on the pressure plate with one foot and then just look at her and be like, shrug, and then do the other foot as well.
Just be like, oh, you haven't led me wrong before.
The pressure plate will descend slightly, dipping, and the sigil will illuminate with white light.
I will depress the captain's hat insignia pressure plate.
Likewise, the pressure plate will depress, and the insignia will ignite with the white light once more. You hear a clicking, and some of the gears begin to move on either side of you. Very slowly.
Okay, then I'll depress the cannonball one.
This better not be
You're
a bomb.
nothing. Your mum doesn't love you.
Wow.
Or pressure plate.
Have you seen that video where it's like depress brake pedal to start?
Yes. The insignia will ignite as the plate presses, and more cogs will begin whirring in the background in almost frantic fashion, while the ones close to you start to tick away.
Is there anything but these things in the room?
No. Apart from the millions of cogs.
Every
like
ship needs a good
cogs.
cook.
I could use a few cogs. No, I'm not gonna steal the cogs.
These are way too big for you. These cogs are about 20, 30 feet round.
I'll approach it. Was it
hit to gold?
Was it a cleaver that was left?
Yes.
I'll approach the cleaver and I'll just walk on it.
It's Matrix's little feet doll on.
Clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank.
The pressure plate sinks a little bit slower than everyone else.
Yeah, just a tiny bit slower.
Hey, Matrix is heavy, okay?
You hear more cogs in the background begin to whir, and the cogs around you begin to move in timing like a perfect clock, second hand. Suddenly, all of you are encapsulated in a golden globe emanating in a half-moon manner from the circular dais surrounding you. There is no sense of malice in this act, but rather by means of transit, and the overwhelming feeling of falling. All of you, please make a survival roll.
Uh-oh.
It's the fountain of youth. That's why Cyrus rolled so well.
Well, this is an interesting turn of events, actually, for a reason which we'll see when Alden rolls.
Because of the nature of what this is and what I have a feeling we're leading to, I am rolling the Romana dice. I missed my table completely. Well, that was a 7.
Excellent!
Oh no.
It was an 8.
Due to the manner of this descent, motion sickness is a prominent theme. Vomiting, however, due to the force of the falling, is suspended with the nadir of the sphere until inertia normalizes.
So there's just a blob of vomit hanging in front of us.
Matrix and Sentry, are you capable of vomiting any liquid?
If I had contents in my stomach, I'd guess. But
Yeah, but I don't think it would be vomit. I think you would just...
I think is it going to be oil and mechanical fluid?
Yeah.
Oh, diesel!
It's like, I think both of us can eat, but we don't process the food like humans do. Or
Yeah.
No, Mark does process food.
Okay, because with Matrix, she doesn't have to eat. She doesn't rely on food, so she wouldn't be eating.
I like to think that Matrix every now and then has a little waste cube she has to extract.
Oh yeah, she can eat and she can taste food and everything, but she doesn't like rely on it.
Like a rubbish compressor.
And I don't think at Matrix have been eating at all since we met up with the group. So Matrix's stomach is empty. So is it just oil that comes up then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm spewing out oil.
You're
just kind of having like an emergency evacuation of oil because your body's
Matrix just opens her mouth. Sentry, have you eaten anything?
No, so I guess it'd be the same or just dry heaving.
Yours would be like battery acid almost. Where is it?
Don't get it in your eyes.
However, Neswayne,
I do throw up.
you feel the need to vomit very violently at this, as you are
Yeah.
descending with what's approximately 120 miles per hour.
I don't like this. I like being on the sea.
This is like no seasickness you've ever felt before.
I don't normally get sick, but this is in the air. This is no form of travel I've ever felt before.
I could feel that. After approximately what feels like hours of descending, the orb stops, whereupon all of the fluid descends upon the entirety of its population within.
So I get
You
an
are
oil
smothered in
shower.
vomit, oil, and battery acid.
But am I high and dry? I mean, am I fine?
No, you're smothered too. Everyone else is.
So it's a
Oh,
mix.
because we were in one.
It's not.
we
It's
were in
not
one
like
wall.
it's not like I'm showered with my own oil.
You all
It's-
share with each other's.
Wow. That's Sentry. We just got a new wash polish on.
This was not a pleasant fall.
That's why it says picking carrot out of his beard.
We're having to
think
keep
I'll-
yourself.
My immediate reaction is just pop my water skin and
Yeah, that
Just
was my
shower
general
myself
idea.
in my water skin.
Shower.
Whack myself over with a rag.
Is Sentry bothered by this?
No, he just stands there, just like covered in vomit. I mean, he can't use his water skin because he put the fountain of youth shit in it.
Oh, actually, because you've been perfectly polished, it does begin to slide off of you and
Yeah, I was
streak.
gonna say, since you're like chrome, you're just water repellent.
Yeah, but he now has streak marks down him.
We didn't wax him.
No, he didn't wax him. Cyrus is going to rush himself off with a rag. Okay. That's right, I'm swapping locales.
Ew, lovely. Localace.
Yes. I'm missing someone. Who am I missing?
I'm not moved.
No one's moved yet. I'm missing someone.
It is Sentry.
This is actually you. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
I forgot to copy you because you're over the other side.
How does it feel being friendless?
Well,
What's
we
it
were in the
called?
same room
Friendless?
at the end.
Oh my.
Did the cat do something?
Oh, I don't know what it was, but it was a loud bang. It scared the living crap out of me.
Emerging from the gilded cocoon, the soothing scent of icy winds and the hopeless void, the hushed tones of trapped souls populate the sounds echoing throughout this area. They have been long lost or forgotten by time. Most important locale it may have been. Stepping forth, you find yourself suspended above a turquoise lake populated with iridescent skeletal figures wailing within the eternal embrace of endless time. The only means of support seems to be an arcane platform, barred a short distance in front by two identical walls of unknown thrumming energy.
Sentry, I'll give you 500 gold if you jump in.
I do not value gold.
I didn't think so.
Maybe you should ask Cyrus.
He's already doused in enough weird shit. Wouldn't want to spoil that beautiful 30-year-old face.
Maybe get older when you jump in here.
Matrix, perhaps you should jump in.
Why?
You're
That
the
seems
only person jumping in this up-
counterproductive.
This
Yeah,
might
so-
sound strange, but perhaps no one should jump in.
That's
I think
probably
I'll-
for the best, Sentry.
The voice of reason.
Just looking at the wailing undead. That there is.
It could be a hint.
Hmm.
Is it like a hard light bridge?
Yes.
Does it make a noise when you step on it?
Is it like the
I
Bifrost?
don't know. Nobody's moved yet.
Do you imagine like a lightsaber hum? Just
Yeah!
That is
Was it-
literally what the barriers sound like.
I was gonna say when you have you played Portal 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
There's a hard light puzzles, and when you land something on the hard light puzzle, it goes like boom.
Is
Well,
this
As you step forth on the bridge, it illuminates. You step
Nya,
forward.
nya, 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 nya,
What the hell
nya.
is this stuff?
is this like an island in the open, or is it like inside a cave?
This is inside an epically large cave. Although
Okay.
past it you can see no blackness. It seems only like a starless sea.
Okay,
A
so
starless sea, sorry.
but it's not like a place. It's just like
Yeah, it's in
a
like a
void.
massive cave.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost like
Yeah.
a void.
Yeah.
Two radiating from two equidistant statues spanning the spectral bridge is a barrier of energy seemingly impassable. The statue bears the image of two monks in a state of penitent prayer to an unknown deity. They bear ghoulish visages and carry an ankh. Within their clutches, a small scroll bears the words, "Only the penitent may pass, for it is those who are worthy of knowledge."
So who volunteers?
Well, I guess I should lead by example. And I will take a step through ish. Well, I will take a step
Towards it.
towards it, hoping to pass through.
As you step towards, the barrier rebuffs you. You take
Can I just fall on my ass?
11 points of lightning damage.
11. Ouch! Fuck, that hurt.
As the barrier crackles.
Approaching random magical barriers.
Now, what would they mean by only the penitent?
What does penitent mean?
Cyrus, you're a religious man. You should know about penance.
Someone free of regret.
Feeling or showing
This
sorrow.
is actually a popular culture reference as well.
That's repent.
Are you referencing Daredevil? Oh, I thought I.
Only the penitent man may pass.
This is in. I think I know what this is from.
Isn't it Indiana Jones?
Yeah, Last Crusade. There's the bridge. Is that what happens?
This isn't the bridge, but you've got the right film.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is when they kneel underneath the blade, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
It was the
Perhaps.
first challenge, wasn't it? It was the first challenge.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I will kneel before the barrier and bow my head in prayer, mimicking the imagery of the what the actual statue is doing itself.
Yep.
I will say in Celestial, forgive me. I'm trying to find the name of my god again quickly. I think it's Hadan, I think his name is. Forgive me, Hadan, for I have sinned. I have not acted brave when you have required me to do so. And I have failed you.
You hear a deep voice in your head saying, "Pass and be cleansed."
Cleanse me of my burdens,
Pass and be cleansed.
and I will walk forward.
Cyrus disappears beyond the barrier.
Can I see them? Am I visible on the other side, or am I completely gone?
You can see them, but they cannot see you.
I'll try and see if I can speak to them. I'll be like, guys, can you hear me?
You can indeed hear him.
Cyrus! What's
Where
that,
are
lad?
you?
I'm on the other side. I'm gonna look around. Is it different over here, or is it just more of the same?
There is another expansive bridge with a second barrier.
There's another barrier. Sentry, prayer of forgiveness, the Hajama. It's what got me through.
Prayer of forgiveness. I do not know how to pray. I never have. Sentry would literally just, I think, close his eyes, look down, and out loud just be like, if you're listening, a god, forgive me, and then walks forward, because he's not religious, so I guess he'd just try to pretend to pray.
Sentry also passes through the barrier.
Following their example, actually, Matrix, my lad,
Yes.
do you pray?
Matrix is actually a female, I believe.
No,
You're
it's-
all,
she's-
you're all
Ma-
lads on this ship.
Matrix
No.
is unknown gender.
Yeah,
okay.
Matrix is undefined.
Yes.
That's why Neswin goes lad and lassie back and forth.
So doesn't know
He'll
which
call her
appropriate pronoun is.
He'll call the lassie once and lad the next time.
Just mix it up.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
Matrix has said in RP that she doesn't mind either one. Matrix, me lad, do you pray?
I can't say that I do. I have read about praying, though.
Goes on for this long spiel about what she knows about religion.
I will.
Religion
Hold
is
on,
when
lad.
people decide to go on to another god.
Hold on, lad. Hold on, lad. For this, I will lend you my god.
Lend you my god. What is this? Pimp
I
my
will
god.
take Matrix's hand, and I'll say, Valkyr, master of the seas, wash us clean, and let us move on.
Pass and be cleansed.
I step through with Matrix.
You can quite easily step through with Matrix.
Oh,
In
thank
a
God.
wonderful hand-holding moment. They just appear like skipping through the portal.
La-di-da.
I'm gonna be up here looking at the next barrier whilst they're doing their prayer times.
Okay. The barrier now before you bars entry to what appears to be a dais surrounding some form of portal. The statues themselves bear remarkable distinction to those previously seen at the last barrier. However, whilst one bears striking similarity to the previous visage, the statue to the north bears the head of a lion. The barrier itself crackles with energy in an ominously nefarious manner. Aside from the altered manner of the statues, the image of the scroll has been replaced with a gravestone emblazoned with the epitaph, "Just a leap from the lion's mouth shall prove one's faith."
I'll just jump forward.
Into the portal. Into the barrier, rather.
Wait, is it just so the lion's mouth is that's obviously the head of the statue, right?
Yeah, the statue is this one.
So with this, so the statue facing forward, right? This way. This way.
Yep.
I think it means what you think it means.
Luke's like, please no, not this.
Jeez.
I'll be like, well, Jama teaches bravery, and I'll jump forward.
Your vision seems somewhat distorted and strange, and you do not fall to your death.
I'm like clenching my eyes and my face as I jump.
The rest you could just see Cyrus like this in midair.
Cyrus, lad, you're not falling.
I'll open my eyes, like, what? This feels kind of strange. Help someone, maybe? Can I move at all, or am I just like completely suspended?
As you open your eyes, you look, and it's like a vision trick. You can see a bridge curving round, but only at a very specific angle.
Can I try and mimic?
Only you can see it.
Can I try and follow that? But as I put one foot forward, try and put my foot on where it begins.
Perception.
Bear with me.
Yep, you can manage to perceive the bridge going around the edge of the statue and land on solid ground.
And then I'm gonna walk here.
I will. Okay, he did that very quickly, but I would like to sort of make a mental note of where he walked.
Intelligence. No, wisdom.
Oh, that I do have. Ish. It's a 5 + 1.
You have no prescience of where he stepped.
Well,
Remember
Sentry's blocking my
Sentry?
way.
Bravery.
You can step past me if you want. After you, like gestures towards the drop.
Bravery.
I'll take a
Sentry.
deep breath and just confidently, or as confidently as I really can, but take a deep breath and just step out here.
There you have a titanic sense of relief as you do not fall to your death. Perception.
And I get like I get like a sort of vague.
You get a vague idea of where the bridge is again, much like Cyrus did.
Oh.
Every time you try and see where the bridge is going, you get exactly the wrong angle, and it disappears.
I will just sort of, almost like Indiana Jones, I'll just sort of like balancing and sort of shuffle to sort of just map out the bridge with my feet. So I'll move a couple of feet forward.
Do you not fall at this moment in time?
And there's still sort of a vague imprint of a bridge.
Yep, as you step on it, you can see where you step on, but you can't see further.
Can I do another perception now that I've moved a little bit?
Yes. Again, you have the same issue. Every time you try to get an angle, you can't see shit.
Hey, buddy, do you need help?
I might. Oh, I take my floppy hat. And I sort of saw Cyrus do like just a turn around the statue. So kind of where I saw him go ish. I'll just take my floppy hat because it's mossy now. So, you know. And just kind of drop it like here-ish, like around the backside of the statue. And just drop it.
Can you roll an... Oh, you're going to drop it. Okay. Yep. You drop your hat and it stays stationary.
I will step
Floating in
with
the air. As it
Yeah,
does,
I'll-
you can see the lichen beginning to bloom on it. And tiny
pick-
flowers are permeating the whole rim.
I will pick up the hat and step where the hat was. I'm guessing it was like here.
Yes.
And I'll just kind of do that again for the next step.
Yep, you can do so again. Each time you do so, the lichen begins to bloom more.
I'll just continue doing this until I...
You reach dry land and
Yeah.
you reach Cyrus.
Alright, mate.
Glad to see you made it. Now let's go get the other two across. And I'm gonna like walk back to the barrier and have a look through.
Making
Can I-
See
bets.
how it goes.
Can I attempt to make a mental note of when Neswain went?
Wisdom.
Hey, I want to do this as well.
I know you can do it too.
I mean, seeing it twice, would there be like a...
No.
Damn.
No advantage.
That
You didn't
help?
make a note of it the first time.
Oh dear. Sentry, you have no idea. Matrix, you have a perfect recollection in eidetic memory of where to walk exactly.
I know where to go. You wanna go with me?
That
That's going to
sounds-
be another skipping scenario.
I'm
that
gonna
sounds-
take a page from Neswain's book. Like he led me through the barrier. I'm now gonna lead Sentry over the bridge.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna follow behind.
I'm gonna take Sentry's hand and I'll
It's
take
incredibly shiny.
I'm gonna leap across and I will follow the same path as Neswain.
As you look Sentry up and down, the kind of azure green flecks in the area seem to reflect off of him somewhat.
I also like the idea of like you take his hand, but all he has to do is just like sort of he puts his hand out just in front of him, and that's you just going.
Yeah, it's like the parent and child moment.
How tall is Matrix?
Like
Matrix.
3 feet.
Yeah, she's 3'1".
Right, because Sentry's like 6'2".
You
Oh.
are literally stooping down to hold her hand, aren't you?
So Sentry's like double Matrix's height. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling that Sentry like has to like arch a bit to like reach
Hmm.
Matrix's hand.
Got like a hunch.
Yeah, I got a hunch as Matrix lead him across.
He could just go on his knees and shuffle.
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna lead the sentry the same way that I saw Neswayne took, and
You can perfectly lead Sentry the same way that this.
awesome.
Mercifully to Sentry's belief, probably. You can feel
Ah, you
relief, right?
Yeah. Although I think he was betting on just jumping it.
You can jump really far though, so that would not be a bad shout.
Yeah, you could make it to here.
He's got acrobatics +6, so.
Ooh.
A disc-like object engraved with all manner of beautiful patterns sits resolute. The only iconography that appears to be prevalent resides at the center of the disc. A swirling vortex dominates both sides of the disc, centered around a sheer emerald gem, which seems to flicker with dormant magical energy.
Are these like steps
Where?
here?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a plinth.
4 statues stand pristine against the passing of time. Each one bears a hood obscuring the faces of the figures. Clutching in its grasp, each a small stone bowl. The lines of the runic floor seem to span in a similar fashion to veins, each feeding into a central dais.
A
You know,
bowl.
I've interacted with a lot of magical shit today. Somebody takes the lead on this. Somebody else takes the lead.
Go on.
I will approach it.
We're flanking it.
Flanking an inanimate object.
Can I safely go up the stairs?
Yep, you can safely go upstairs with no issue whatsoever.
Do I
Oh,
s-
some
do-
issue. 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Do I sense anything as I come closer to the disc?
You sense nothing.
I wanna touch it.
You touch it and you get an image of a single droplet falling into an endless ocean.
Weirdly poetic.
Yes, I know, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Can I like move? Can I take the disc? Can I move it? Can I spin it?
The disc is perfectly stationary.
We're just seeing Matrix going like.
Yeah, just desperately trying to move.
I touched the disc. I saw a droplet in big endless ocean. You guys touch it.
Wait. Oh, look at all the statues. They're holding bowls, right?
Yes.
I was just going to say the same thing. Is there anything in the bowls?
Maybe we need to put water in. I mean, there's like these veins beneath the statues that feed into the. They dry. The veins like empty.
They are completely and utterly empty, yes.
I'll look to Nesway going, perhaps we should put some water in these bowls.
Well, technically, I think both Neswayne and Matrix are out of water after we washed ourselves.
I'm not. I'm gonna put a drop of the magical fountain water in the bowl. Literally, just like try and like get as little as possible in the bowl.
Nothing happens. The water vanishes, absorbed by the stone.
Oh, whatever I have left in my water skin, probably a few milliliters, a couple of droplets. I'll just empty it into the bowl I see.
Likewise, the stone absorbs the liquid.
Well, it certainly requires some time of liquid.
I take my floppy hat, and whatever's wet of it still, and if there's any point that isn't covered in moss, I'll just try to wring it out.
Oh,
would
by
probably-
this point, there is no place that's not covered in moss.
Okay. Is the moss moist?
Yes.
I'll just try to gently squeeze the moss to sort of excrete a little bit of water. Oh, it's moss, so it probably holds a lot of water.
Water drips from the moss into the bowl, which absorbs the water instantly with no
I
effect.
can I see Nesway do this?
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, I was thinking of a different kind of liquid, and I'm gonna grab one of my knives, and I'm gonna slice my hand and drip a piece of blood in the bowl.
In which statue?
In the one that I'm standing near, this one.
I think you found the solution.
The blood drips into the bowl and is absorbed once again. As
Is
you
it-
do so, can you make a history check?
Yeah, is anything happening to the veins following?
No.
Oh. Also, I will use healing hands on myself immediately after cutting my own hand.
I will.
Heal the cut I've just made.
I know, Mark.
Hmm?
Would you like to do anything at this moment in time?
Well,
No. Okay.
Is there
I
anything
can, I
unique
can,
about this
I can,
statue?
I can try and drip oil into the bowl. That's like
Is there
the
anything unusual
That's the only
about the
fluid
statue?
you have.
yeah.
Actually, Alden, can you make a history check too? Because you.
Yeah, I will history. I will. It's a stone bowl. Yeah.
Yes.
History with stone's cunning. That's a 15 plus 4.
19.
You notice that upon closer inspection, each of the statues bear an amulet. The insignias match those engraved upon the pressure pads in this previous chamber. You
Oh,
stand before a statue bearing the amulet of a feathered tricorn hat.
you're standing at the wrong one, I think. Look for.
Cyrus stands before a statue bearing an amulet that looks like a cleaver.
Cyrus, you're standing by Matrix's one. Go look for one with the compass on.
Wait, Century, what's the one you're standing there? And I'll say the same to Matrix. Like, Matrix, what statue's yours? This is your one. I'm pointing to the one I'm standing at.
I'll check the statue.
In front
Of the bowl.
In front of Matrix, there's a pendant with the image of a cannonball.
Sentry, this is yours. And I'll go over to Cyrus, there where Cyrus went.
So I will then stand and think. So Nesway, maybe blood was the answer, but it was the wrong statue, and I'll cut my hand and drip blood into this one.
Oh, thank fuck! I only have one dagger.
The statue illuminates with a azure hue as the veins emanating from this statue ignite towards the center.
I
And yet
see a
again, I'll use my
problem.
other hand to heal this hand.
I was sitting here like the only thing I have is a pistol and a battle axe, and I was like, and I was like, and I look at my inventory, it's like, oh, I have a dagger. Yeah, I'll slit my hand just ever so slightly with the dagger, and I'll even do like the badass little squeeze of the blood.
Likewise, the statue illuminates with perfect azure hue, and the veins begin to emanate towards the center with light.
Because
I'm going to fix that cut for you, Neswayne.
I'm Sigma as fuck. I let it be.
Seeing what the other two did, Matrix is just standing there like, there's an issue here. I don't have blood. And like, I'm gonna like open a valve in my arm or something and like start dripping oil, like awkwardly in an awkward angle.
There's a slight flicker of the statue before it illuminates, but it does seem to have done the trick.
Wonderful. Oil worked.
Wait a minute. Century, before you do anything, just think. Why is all this made for us specifically?
We were invited here.
I think
Yeah,
I
well, this is hard.
questioned
These
this.
statues are old.
I think I questioned this earlier.
You did. But all the other weird stuff, the fountain, the statues. There's only so much a man can take before he starts to realise things are off. Not in the usual kind of way.
Didn't we also just find the bobbleheads of ourselves?
We did.
Yes. I don't know if we should proceed.
The end.
Didn't one of you pick up the bubbleheads of yourself?
Yeah, I've got mine, and I think Sentry has his.
Yeah, I picked up mine as well.
I haven't written down that I took mine, so I don't think I have
I
it.
think
think
you're
I-
the only one that didn't grab their own.
No, I don't think you wanted yours, so I picked it up for you.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yes,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
mine, yeah.
Well, Sentry, you finished off the job. Do what you need to do. But I'm gonna pull my sword out. I'm gonna have the long sword out.
It shimmers with bright red hue,
Oh, this sword.
as opposed to its once blue hue.
I
Ida's
like-
looking at me really fucking suspiciously right
yeah,
now.
like I have read enough mythology to know supposedly what this blade potentially can do.
I'm gonna like Cyrus is gonna be infatuated with the blade. He's gonna look at like this.
He
He'll be like,
loves this blade.
there's somebody not like if you're not paying attention, it just looks like a guy holding a sword. But if you're actually looking at him, his eyes are like looking at the shimmer in the blade. That's all he's focused on.
As,
It's
his
the
eye,
world.
as you stare into the blades, Matrix, can you make a perception check?
He's drunk
I
on the blade.
can.
shimmer, basically.
Like Gollum.
I
that's
wish
how I
someone-
imagine you.
I wish someone would look at me the way Cyrus looks at his blade.
11.
That's enough. As Cyrus looks at the blade, his eyes turn silver.
Peculiar.
This disappears when he looks away from the blade.
Matrix is just oogling Cyrus and like saying, peculiar.
Sentry lad, I don't think we can move on unless you.
Yeah, he's gonna bleed some of his internal fluid into it, and I imagine it sounds like bleeding a radiator. Like it's a thing.
Yeah, just like a steam effect.
Like a-
Yes. As you do so, something begins to shimmer and ripple in the center of the dais.
Is it an ex machina? Oh,
It's a rainbow!
A large portal has erected itself, and you are all taken elsewhere.
Ooh.
Shit.
shit, we got further than you thought.
Shit, you got as far as I anticipated you would get.
That's the end of the session. Good night.
On that bombshell. Good night.
Yeah. On this episode, Hammond takes a smoke.
I don't think I've uploaded chapter 2, have I?
May gets a magic blade.
I have uploaded chapter 2, we're okay.
Thou hast.
Thou hast uploaded chapter 2, or the beginning of it. The latter half is still being written.
Do we get area XP?
You went at the end of the session, yeah,
Nice.
because you've been through 2 areas. Exiting the portal, a strong breeze filled with salt air fills your lungs. The sight of stone and the spray of the ocean waves hits your bewildered visage. A ruined concourse exposed to the element and ravages of time sits unused and forgotten by civilization for an indeterminate length of time. The purpose of this structure, once noble use, seems to have been utterly erased from memory. Gargantuan chains of seemingly black iron link the platforms of this stone cluster. It is only at this moment that the bob and sway of the platforms becomes apparent. Although carved of stone, these structures clearly float atop the roaring waves below, bound only by chains and further stone concourse to the mainland.
Ah, this feels so much better than the
Where the
falling.
hell are we? I'm gonna look out into this way, like this direction.
Oh,
Because
roll a
obviously-
perception check, please.
Perception. 19.
Focusing on the horizon line, a serpentine form snakes its way through the water. It's impossible to see what kin of monster dwells in the waves, but is clearly gargantuan.
Is it heading this
Crackhead.
way?
Huh?
Is it
No,
heading
it's,
this way?
it's in the distance.
World
Okay.
snake, yeah. It's the equator.
It's Jormungandr.
Can I make it a pet?
No, but you can block people's vision in Smite with it.
Oh, I can.
At which point,
Why-
for the sake of brevity, I call a 5-minute break.
Can I
Yeah.
just mention something to you, Alex? The guy that I met today, he brought up a very interesting house rule he has, which is about potions. Now, this is because in his games, he plays as one action per combat turn.
I do that in large games, generally.
Yeah. And he said that because of that, and sort of because of the nature of it, he treats potions as 2 separate sort of actions depending on what you do with them.
Yeah.
Which is taking a full action to pop the, and he said that this comes down to like roleplay, popping the cork and drinking the full contents of a potion should, because it's the full contents of a potion, should always give you max healing. But that takes up the entire action. Popping the cork and taking a swig, that is the free action. He treats it as a free action. But that means you have to do the dice roll for it. I thought that was a pretty neat rule.
It is, but I disagree with it for one reason.
And that is?
Healing potions are completely generic and are not based on the individual. The individual's consumption of them is different and varies each time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I think it makes sense more in his games anyway because he does the one action thing.
Yeah, I like you to have the expanse to do more than one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a bit when I do things like AD&D and that, I'm a lot harsher on action point economy.
Yeah. Okay, I will head down and
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink.
get a drink.
I need to pee quickly. I have just been musing as well. I've worked out I've used 13 different iterations of potions in my DMing.
You did what?
I've used 13 different rule sets for potions in my
Ooh.
years of DMing. I just had a moment of thought. And it puts the Capri Sun directly in front of the camera. She's just stacking up drinks.
Arm hair grave.
Ina, stop using that name as the one you keep iterating.
Where's arm hair? There's arm hair.
You didn't add fire in the distance. His last name was Cottage
No.
on Fire, End of Village.
Fire in the distance is his name. And I think the other one can just. It would be a very long name.
It's long enough already. It doesn't make a difference at this point.
But I feel like Fire in the Distance is a very good
I like it for like a tabaxi in that.
for a
He's a tabaxi.
caretaker.
He's a tabaxi, isn't he?
I think he is. He is. He's a tabaxi, yeah. Oh, and I found out just now that I have another set of twins. Hykis and Rava Gill, which are children of a Aasimar and an elf, because Hykis is half elf and Rava is an Aasimar. This is a weird twin correlation, but
Yeah.
Hmm?
It's a strange correlation. Yeah, I just said to Ina, I've been perplexing. I've used 13 different rule sets and iterations of potions over
Oh.
time. I just went to the toilet to get a drink. I was totaling them all up in my head.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Made you think.
Obviously,
always-
I played every edition as well.
I'm a little disappointed nowadays because like I always like to brag, or like not brag, but like flex to people. Just be like, because the old Coca-Cola boxes or cans here had Coca-Cola on one side and then the Arabic way of writing it on the other side.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't anymore.
god damn it.
But I have another example.
Yeah, pineapple juice. And the other
And
side is Arabic. Yeah, I know. I read it.
The only reason I'm still doing the kids thing is just I'm sorting it so it's more easily. So I know who's who.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Where is Armhair? Is he in?
Actually, is
Baldur's
it the
Gate?
right way around?
Yeah,
My,
it doesn't bother to me though, because I can translate some of it anyway.
no, but it's more
All
that
of it, actually.
I put my camera on today, and I confused myself because I've got my camera on the left side of my desk now,
Yes, I know.
and that was just because my right side is a bit crowded right now, and that confused me because on the app that I use, the picture is flipped around so that I can see it the correct way around, but on Discord it's flipped.
Again, I know. Drives me mental. Oh yeah, I know. I changed my map to Waterdeep
Oh, you did.
Mm.
so now there's Waterdeep and Chult.
Well, that's especially because Chult is now incorrect, inaccurate.
I'm not redrawing the map of Chult.
I'm not going to do it tonight because when we're done, it's going to be 1 a.m. But I was thinking tomorrow
Oh,
I'll sit down and I'll redraw Chult.
Luke doesn't know what happened.
No.
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, Chult, Luke, are you going to be at next Chult?
No,
Or is
well,
that when
yeah,
it goes
that'll
down?
be when the first mock is.
Well, then we can just as well tell you. Romanar opened a black hole.
In Mbala?
Why?
Or
Because
rather, the place formerly known as Umbala.
yeah. We because it was just a Trix and a Romanar adventure last session, we ended up being quite productive. So we just we started heading. We finished up the thing that we were doing at that temple, and then we
Yeah.
started heading to. We
Yeah.
basically got an idea of where we needed to go, which is Mesro.
Mhm.
And on the way, when we were on the way to Mesro, we headed up to Umbala just because we haven't been there in a while, and Romanar wanted to check if Roderick was still sleeping or dead in the chambers of the late King of Umbala that we grave robbed.
Yeah.
And I found the grave, but it's empty, and the dead body of the King of Umbala was still on the floor, but Roderick wasn't there. And in a rage, Romanar used her. You might have remembered from last time you were in. I figured out my my amulet, which is a reversion of Flow amulet. I used
Yeah.
that as an arcane focus and cast Fireball, which means I reverse the effect of Fireball, and instead of making an explosion of fire, I make an implosion of dark matter. So, and since I cast it in rage, it meant that I cast it at a high level. So the entirety of Umbala, and if you remember, Umbala was like a day's travel up a sheer cliff face.
Yeah.
That entire mountain is now gone, and is now
So-
a 1 kilometer deep crater.
A lake.
Fucking hell. Fuck. And nobody died, right?
And they,
We
and they
didn't- we
then
didn't die.
decided to teleport to the black hole.
Where was
Yeah.
John? Wasn't there then last week?
No.
And Marco as well.
There were
Nope.
only me and Odin. So yeah, as he said, we decided to teleport the black hole because it couldn't stay there, and we did make another problem, or you made another problem, which is called flesh-eating spores. We fixed that issue.
Yeah,
We
Wow.
teleported the black hole to that place that we unleashed the flesh-eating spores.
Oh yeah.
So now there's 2 craters in Jolt. One where Umbala used to be,
Which is now Lake Bala.
which is now Lake Bala because it started filling up with water again. Which is now a 1 kilometer deep lake, which means it's deeper than the Mariana Trench. What happened? and the place that we unleashed the fucking spores is now neutralized, but it's now also a 2 kilometer wide black hole.
Oh, okay, so it's not actually my spores. They're the spores I've taken. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, it's a spore
it's
I
the
created.
spores. It's the spores that actually Trix unleashed.
yeah, you unleashed those ones. I've unleashed the hybrid improved version,
Yeah, the ones you bred.
but nobody knows what that is. The master plan.
But yeah, so we eliminated that threat, which is good, I guess. But yeah, now
good.
there's no more Mbala, so I hope we didn't need to go back to Mbala.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a choice now. We could go fishing.
But you may remember last time that we did you and Marco started speaking to a god.
Yes.
We found multiple shrines on the way because from the mountaintop of Mbala we could actually see. Now that we knew what we were looking for, we could see shrines of Ubtao. And we went there and we spoke, and that weird voice that Alex did is Ubtao.
He's just merely so confused. He's scared, poor thing.
So we've been speaking to Ubtao, and that was where we left off. So you missed quite a bit.
Yeah. Is everyone back for this now, or?
Yeah.
Oh, Roger. Ah,
Hello,
Roger.
Mark.
Hello.
Molester.
Did you go potty?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm proud of you, but you didn't go potty.
He just crapped his pants.
Like a big boy.
Right. The stone platform upon which you now stand has been weathered by the harsh sea, eroding every block to natural perfection. This has not eroded the clear sight that the area has been long abandoned by all. A small set of wooden planks has been erected facing the sea. Perhaps some poor fellow leapt to his death. Or is it a forsaken attempt to repair the platform?
I wish to take my hempen rope and just kind of tear off a strand of it to make just a line, and I'll grab from this I think I could find a bit of a plank or a stick, tie it to the end of it, and make a small fishing rod. And I will stand here and cast the line.
You're not bewildered by how we went from one place to another. You're gonna start fishing.
That's why you just begins fishing.
Maybe some madness.
Are we like in the middle of the ocean, or is it like a shore behind
land.
us?
You can
Oh,
see
wait.
a shoreline
Yeah.
just out of reach.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking to the shoreline. Like, let this man fish.
I
Probably,
failed
yeah.
to catch a fish, so I reel it back in.
You're just rusty.
Probably his age getting to him.
Yeah.
Wow, a robot telling you you're rusty.
It could be the lack of a hook. Bait.
Hey, I'm not a
fish.
robot.
Didn't even think about that.
A disused bridge built of now waterlogged planks and nothing more than hempen rope stands between any poor soul drifting upon the platform and the mainland. The roaring waves beneath beckon forth with imminent threat.
I don't like bridges.
Don't like bridge.
I want to do what I did the last time we encountered a bridge and just walk.
And just make an incredible roll.
Acrobatics, I know.
Please be good, please be good, please be good. It's doable. 13.
Matrix gets halfway across the bridge before it begins to sway. And
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump.
okay,
Is that an athletics?
yaha.
If it fails, you're on a swaying bridge. Oh.
Matrix jumps halfway to the destination before falling through a plank. Please roll a dexterity saving throw to hold on to the hempen rope.
Dexterity saving throw, I can do. Wow, 23.
You are now clinging sternly to the hempen rope above you, which is beginning to crack and fray.
I will like slowly try and cling onto the side and hoist myself up, and when I can reach like the edge of the platform, I want to like grab a hold of the edge of the platform and hoist myself up.
We'll see if you can do that in a moment. The party on the other side of the bridge.
Well, we've been through a lot of bad bridges in our time.
How far is this? It is. Oh,
I'm
easy.
seriously waiting for Sentry to say I jump it.
Oh, I was
I
actually
jump it.
thinking I'm jumping. It's
I jump it.
less than yeah, it's not far. I mean, it's 12 feet.
This is where you do it
Right.
and all of you fall.
12 feet is kind of a.
I have
it's very
plus-
long.
6 to athletics. I should be doing better than that.
You
Oh,
leap halfway and again fall down somewhat. Make a dexterity save.
Or is it athletics to jump then, not acrobatics?
It's athletics. He's running to jump.
Well,
You manage to barely cling on to the rope. Your fingers are slipping on the water.
well, I float, so it's okay. But
Sentry?
Would it be wise for me to jump across with 2 people hanging on the bridge? Adding my weight would probably snap the bridge.
But I think what we do is we cut this end of the bridge so it falls and becomes a ladder, so they climb.
almost a good idea.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
Hey, what?
I'll grab
Cyrus
my-
said it, so I'll do it.
I will do it. I'll do it. I'll grab my hand axe out, and I'll be like, "Apologies in advance, guys. We'll get ready to climb." And I'll kneel down, and I will cut these 2 ropes.
Hey, this worked in the second Indiana Jones, so why not?
Well, I'll stretch my legs out to sort of catch myself against the cliff wall.
The bridge should stabilize up against the wall.
As the side of the bridge is cut, Matrix is clinging on to the rope barely as it sways down.
stop cutting the rope.
It's too late. I've already cut it.
Let me
Too late.
climb.
You cut one side of the rope.
yeah. And for the stability to work, I have to cut the other side. If not, it's going to be like at an angle.
Let me climb first, idiot.
I'll just ignore
I
her.
want
and
to
I'll
climb
cut.
before he cuts the other rope.
You can. Right, both of you roll d20s to see who acts first.
Middling. Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Thank God.
Trix, can I have an athletics check, please?
No.
You can cling on but can't find purchase to.
Well,
Fine, fine.
I did state that I wanted to just at least grab a hold of the edge.
Yeah, you can. You try to cling on, your hand does not grip.
Oh,
You do hold on to the rope still, however.
fuck.
Now finish chopping it, Cyrus.
Yeah, I'm just going to like chop the other bit of rope.
I hope I
Hold on,
drown and
hold on.
die.
How will you drown? You don't breathe.
Just walk on the floor of the ocean.
Of
Yeah.
course
I-
of course I breathe. I'm a living, breathing gnome.
can I react to Cyrus cutting and sort of wrap
Yeah.
my forearm around the rope? Or wrap the rope around my forearm and hold on to it tightly.
Survival, please.
Epic.
No,
You've
no,
rolled
you
2
cannot.
natural ones so far this session.
No, you cannot. I am going to be merciful and not let you fall.
Well,
Yeah.
But no,
actually, this
you
is
cannot
the one
grab on.
character you can let fall.
However, it does become apparent to you that the water beneath you is very deep. and very tumultuous
Hmm.
as you dangle precariously above it.
Yeah, I'll at this point holding barely on.
Cyrus will cut the other rope and you swing against the cliff face. Both of you, dexterity saves.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Aina looks very pleased with herself like that.
I just know that if I don't have anything to cling myself to, Matrix will drown, because Matrix can't swim and she's made of metal.
Neswain slams against the cliff face, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Matrix, however, puts an arm out and graciously sways towards the edge of the cliff face.
Is there anything on the cliff face I can hold on to?
You can also find a handhold, yes.
I'll
Sentry.
make rude gestures towards Sentry and Cyrus.
Ah,
Technically,
you
I
fucking
could've done it.
fool!
I could. I'm just gonna attempt to long jump it.
Okay. Athletics.
Oh, please fail, please fail, please
I
fail.
could use some inspiration.
I
Sentry's
have
not done
none to give.
anything.
We haven't long rested.
Yikes.
Oh, so I am the only one that could give inspiration.
Sentry hasn't done anything. It's only Cyrus who's been a dick.
Blame both of them.
Both of you below
Come on.
look up as Sentry dexterously long jumps to the other side.
I have made it easier for you because now it's only a climbing challenge, not a swinging bridge challenge.
She
By the
still
way,
makes
actually,
rude
Alex,
gestures.
Yes.
At the start of this session, I noticed that Neswain has inspiration. Did you give me that?
I gave you it, but I don't assume.
I haven't used it yet. It's been hours.
It would have passed because it only
Yeah,
lasts
yeah.
for like
10 minutes or so.
yeah.
Here.
Now that I'm over the other side, could I dangle a rope down to help?
Well, you
pull-
can reach us at this point because
Oh, yeah,
we're
can
at
I
the
actually-
top.
Can I just reach
Yeah.
them?
They're like
Okay.
2 feet down.
I would like to pull them up one at a time, starting with Matrix because I'm on this side.
Okay. Can I have the strength check for you, please?
I would like to reach one hand out and sort of cup Matrix and assist in the lift.
I hope she's not that heavy.
Can you roll a survival check to hold on, please, while you try to push her up?
Of course.
Gonna put his hand on her.
Okay, thank fuck.
You can cling on and help Matrix up. Matrix, can you, with aid, can manage to climb up onto the cliff face.
I am pretty heavy though.
I mean, I
You are,
rolled a 19.
but
Yeah,
so is
you-
Sentry.
Now, do I help Neswain?
I will help Neswain.
You get a tiny one for arm dangling down the bridge that barely reaches you. While this is happening, Cyrus,
Well, now everybody else is basically on the other side. Fine.
Yeah,
I
and there's
don't-
no bridge.
I need to now work out how to get over that. So, this bridge is obviously now down as a ladder.
yes,
Are these columns, do they stick up?
yes, by
Could
about
I-
12.
Fasten my rope around this column here. My hempen rope, tie around, and then tie around my. Actually, no. I'm thinking of the Batman where he's in the pit and he has to jump, takes a leap. He jumps across the side with the rope,
Oh,
and everyone snaps their
tobacco.
back. Yeah, everyone breaks their back, and he does it without the rope instead, and he survives it. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna jump again. I'm just gonna
Okay.
run, jump. I'm gonna stand back here, get a running start, and jump.
Athletics.
15 feet of running to a 15 feet jump.
Cyrus also dexterously bolts across the gorge, leaving only Neswain dangling below.
That was so bad, was it?
Matrix
Well,
is
it's-
attempting to grab Neswain with her 1 foot arm, but can't quite reach him.
I will put my hempen rope down to Neswain, and I'll also pull an arm down.
Strength.
both of us?
Strength save or just flat strength?
Flat strength from both of you.
Fuck. I've never rolled spell.
Neswayne grabs onto the rope and pulls it down out of your hands. He's now dangling below with the rope in one hand and holding on with the other.
Keep the rope. I'm gonna try and fry the rope back up.
Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna lift my hand back up to give him the rope back.
I'm gonna try and
I'm just like, just grab it. Just grab it. We'll try again.
Can I grab the rope?
Just handing you the rope up. Yes.
Just
And then
make
I'm
it.
gonna stand here and using this corner of this post as like a fulcrum. I'm gonna pull him.
Strength. Both of you.
I'm gonna argue when I have advantage because I'm using the stone as leverage.
Not after that roll, you ain't.
Would be really funny if he crit failed now.
Fuck's sake!
Oh, fine. Roll with advantage. Go.
Yeah, actually, with a crit, can I just lift myself on the other
Ah!
arm?
God's
Literally,
sake.
how?
You-
Well,
Yes,
the
and
hell?
with a crit, you could just lift yourself up.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like, I'm done. And just like take the other arm and just
17 and I can't. Fuck's
look, lads.
sake.
I'm a compact fucker. It's not
You're
that
a
easy
heavy
jumping with these short legs.
He's a heavy bastard. Now that we're all safe, shall we proceed to dry land?
Oh, thanks to you.
Out of character, I find it funny that bridges are like harder than combat encounters.
I know.
Oh
They
yeah,
really are.
yeah.
Bridges
Bridges
are
are like
Bridge-
Bane
pain
of
of
us.
Bridges in Alex's games are notoriously hard.
You
That's
talking
not
about
stuff.
my 1E version?
Yeah.
Where the bridge nearly killed the party.
I'm surprised we
You
didn't
nearly
die.
killed me with a bridge in Cholt as well.
No.
Never
There
trust
was
a
also-
bridge in
there was
your
also-
campaigns.
There was also, you nearly killed me with the bridge because it deteriorated when I walked on it. Then it was it? Yes, Aina levitated over the bridge, and you were like, "There's low-flying birds."
Oh yeah, I did use the flying cloak thing.
Got hit by a parrot.
Yeah, so we couldn't walk over the bridge, we couldn't fly over the bridge, and there were like, I don't know, sharks and alligators in the
No,
water.
there was a dinosaur following us.
Yeah, that too. Oh my god, that was a disaster. Never
Thomas
trust.
was dangling below the bridge in 1E and nearly died. Because the rest of the party couldn't save him.
I think that's the same session I tried fishing.
It's the same session you tried fishing off the very same bridge.
Yeah, it didn't work.
While he was dangling.
Were you fishing for Thomas or just fishing?
I
He
was
was just
fishing.
fishing.
I was fishing for food.
While he's dangling to his death.
Well, it was Trix though, so she's excused. But yeah,
Is she?
of course she is. She's excused of everything.
Oh, I have transferred more than I thought I'd done. Yay!
You were dunner than you thought.
Sort of. I know I've completed these bits.
Is that why you made the bridge unnecessarily hard? It's a time
No, the
filler.
bridge was not unnecessarily hard. You made the bridge unnecessarily hard.
Yeah. Right,
There's
I
nothing
guess
to do with me.
I'm not sure cutting the bridge made it
Oh, it
easier.
definitely would have helped. You don't have the swinging aspect. You just have it as a strong and stable ladder.
Exiting from the perilous nature of the sea atop a stone edifice, forever to be claimed by the salty mistress, the warmth yet rough sand is destined to be a welcome sight to any. That would be, if not for the hideous acts and dangers faced by the last you met its grinding, never-ending likeness.
Is it daytime now?
It is 1
Neswayne-
p.m. in the afternoon.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Neswayne has to pull his hat far over his eyes
As it drips with moss.
as it drips with moss. His mossy hat. I like this mossy hat.
Can he like get a permanent mossy smell in his
Oh,
hair
I'm
now?
sorry, it's 1300 hours.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. It's time we should probably take a sleep. I mean, I'm feeling quite tired. We've been awake for a while.
At 1300 hours.
We've been awake for days, like 2 days.
You have been awake for days, yeah. You've been
Well,
awake
then.
for about 4 days.
Well, I
we
think
should
it would
have
take
a-
time anyway if we decided to head into this little alcove and make a camp.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's not a little specific.
Lads, I haven't slept in ages. And
I
I've
does not trust alcoves.
I've been
I don't
awake
trust
3 hours
you.
longer than you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wait, minus 36 years. Also,
The rolling seas seem to miraculously descend to a soft trill, lapping these sun-kissed shores in an enchanting manner. Odd birds of technicolor plumage sing sweetly above the cliffs that descend above into this strange land. Ascend above into strange lands. Just out of reach, some form of mainland towers above the colossal cliffs.
Is the are these horizons familiar to me?
Yes,
Give or take 50 years.
yes.
Very- I think I know where we are, lads. But first, I need a good fucking sleep.
so do I. As
Technically,
useful as I am.
So I can be
I-
sure I'm not hallucinating.
Yeah, Nesma just become like old and cranky and delirious at this point.
Are we
Why
where
do
I
you
think we
sleep?
are?
Alex, am I like human 30 years old, or am I Asmar 30 years old?
You're 30 years. You appear 30 years older than you were.
Younger.
Oh, okay. So I would appear to be quite young then. Shit.
You're no
Yeah.
longer, you're no longer fucking.
I was
Seven up.
middle aged. I was middle aged at 74. I would be like young now.
You're like late teens.
Yeah.
I'd be like mid 20s.
His
Yeah,
voice uncracks. He's like,
Uh,
I'm me.
I was very tempted to say you feel an odd sensation below as things rise up, but I didn't.
I'm not like peak physical. I'm not like Cyrus's peak self.
yeah, you're like max 25.
Yeah. I'm a lad. I can now be called boy by Nesway and it not be weird.
Do an autonome need to sleep?
That was some grammar.
That was Matrix grammar.
Does Automagnomes needs to sleep?
You know what I mean.
Needs to sleep.
Does an
autonomes?
autonome need sleep? that
You
better?
don't need it, but considering you think you're a real gnome, you do.
I would, yeah, because I'm a real gnome. Robot.
It would
I'm
probably
gonna
take a
ask-
couple of hours anyway to set up camp. So by that
Yeah.
time, it would be evening.
You think you sleep for 6 hours, but in fact you just go into low power mode. Basically.
I just have to remain inactive, but I can see and hear fine. So I'm just
You
kind of
act
like
as a
watching over
sunblock.
Cyrus.
Yeah, can you act as a sunblock for me, please? Hold like a blanket or something out as a sunblock.
Yeah, the sun is beating down. It is very hot here. It's a pleasant heat, but it's still much hotter than where you've been for a very long time.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
because
it's not damp.
The moss is beginning to dry out on the hats.
Oh yeah, I'll set back up the drying rack, and since everything is has been drenched at all fucking times, I'll just this time it doesn't really need a campfire, but I'll hang up my clothes on just a piece of stick and walk around in me chaps.
We have actually gone into chapter 2 as well.
I'll
Gasp.
sleep on this. I'll sleep on the nice sand.
I have a bedroll, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not gonna have a bedroll. Deliberately not gonna use my bedroll. It's been a long time since I've felt sand.
And I
I
take
don't
it
like
you're all having a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow you to do so.
Ah, lovely, lovely. What time do you guesstimate we wake up?
That's my question. Well, Matrix will wake up at about 7 p.m.
You mean 1900 hours?
Yes, 1900 hours. To
7
wake up at 1900 hours. The rest of you, apart from Sentry, because Sentry doesn't actually sleep as such, so he also needs to be motionless for 6 hours, so he will wake up at 1900 hours, the same as Matrix. The pair of you, I'm assuming you're quite exhausted.
Yes. The only reason I'm mentioning it is just because Neswayne is very comfortable with the night.
Yeah, you guys will sleep for at least 12 hours.
So it was
I mean,
about
I
1 p.m.
below,
You will wake up at 0100 hours.
Oh, that was great.
You love it, really.
That was great.
Meanwhile, while the other two are sleeping, Sentry and Matrix.
I'm going to remain motionless and stare out towards the water.
Good.
Because Matrix wouldn't do that. Because Matrix is not a robot.
Okay. Sentry, please roll a perception check.
Yeah.
I made it dark.
At approximately 2100 hours, this is. Be pedantic. The body of a merfolk woman washes up on the shore. She appears to be alive, but very badly injured. Clutching in her hands is a conch shell tied around her neck.
There's only two of you who can act.
Yeah, Matrix is awake as well, but I'm gonna kick Cyrus awake.
Oh, the love of a brother.
8 hours into your sleep kicks Cyrus.
What are you doing?
I would be like, sir, it appears a mayor person has washed up, and I'll like, point towards the.
As if it's a perfectly normal occurrence. A mer person has washed up, sir.
All things considered, it is.
Yeah, actually.
Hey, wait.
The blood fountains, the rivers of the dead, the strange otherworldly entities. Yeah, it's kind of normal.
I don't know, sir. It appears she's dying, and I look at his hands. Your healing hands could be useful.
Overhearing this, Matrix would just shoot out that I have healing too.
Yeah, let her do it. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Kind of at least. No, I do. I do. I do.
You said it now.
No, I do have healing.
Very well then.
Just make sure she doesn't steal anything from us, and if she gets rowdy, stab her.
Let's send the two robots to do it. Why not?
Yeah, I'd like to approach the mayor person, the mermaid or whatever the hell.
Can I have a medicine check from you?
Sure thing.
I assume I would have overheard what Sentry said to Cyrus anyway, so I would
yeah.
just follow Sentry.
He's making no attempt to conceal himself, or like whisper.
Why are you making such good rolls now and not earlier?
Exactly, when they counted. You believe the conch shell around her neck is the only thing keeping her alive.
Conch shell. Sorry, the magic conch.
Seems to be glimmering with magic.
Or not to take.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's just like stares at it. It's just like magic.
This is the first female Cyrus will have seen in a long time.
No, definitely
like
not.
a-
The whole,
Okay, it's got a fish bottom, right?
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
whole house is a place me and Sentry live.
It's
Bit of fair
missing
business.
the most important regions of a woman.
It's still
Yeah.
got a mouth.
Mermaid with a fish top is way better. I'd like to pull my rapier out, point it at her.
It's gonna stab her.
Yeah, point it at her. Be like, please state your name and business.
She'll look here.
Stab her. Remember what I said? Remember what Cyrus said?
She doesn't speak your language. She's just singing.
She acts anything.
trying to
Acts
communicate.
funny.
Can I try and discern what she's saying?
You can try and discern what she's saying.
I
Yeah.
actually have comprehend languages.
You're asleep.
I'm
You
asleep.
asked to be left asleep.
Yes.
I'll try to discern what she says due to my past knowledge. See if I can access anything.
Intelligence.
You know there's a homebrew item that I made that would be so useful right now.
Oh wow, I actually rolled good.
It's a shame they don't have it.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's two users that would have loved it.
she's trying to communicate that she is dying, and either take the shell and put her out of misery, or throw her back in the ocean so she may die with her people.
I will take the shell, thank you, and I'll reach out and take the shell.
As you do, the merfolk woman dies before your very eyes.
I like that no one knows why I did that, but okay.
Central will just turn to you and he'll say, in some cultures that would be considered a mercy. And he'll just look back at the lifeless corpse.
In others, it's murder.
You're right. I did it out of mercy.
You sleep rather soundly.
Ha ha.
And then he'll just like drag the corpse out of sight.
He's just kind of trying to put it behind a rock.
Yeah, just like pulls it
I-
out of sight.
Might
Just like that.
Might I suggest putting her in the ocean where she belongs?
Yeah, but we'd have to go far out into the ocean to return her to the ocean.
You're
Be
you're
washed-
s- you're strong. You can
You can
her.
throw.
Wow.
Like, Like
Well,
Matrix
they
has
chop her into little pieces.
like Matrix has seen Sentry do weird ass
Wait a minute,
shit.
did I just say chopped her into little pieces?
There's a fish pot we used as bait for Neswain's
This is,
fishing.
this is where you wake
Make-
up. This is where you
Make
wake up and
sushi
Sentry's
of
just
the
frying
bottom
up
half.
a large, strange fish in a frying pan for breakfast.
Yeah, our character just want to cut the fish part off and then we keep
Yeah.
that.
Out of character. Is the fish part of a mermaid fish?
Yes,
If you make sushi out of the bottom half of the
Oh
mermaid,
no!
if you just cut this mermaid in half, just straight down the seam,
Are
make
you
sushi out of the bottom half, or cook,
are you
whatever
asking if
fish
you can
type
make
it would-
sushi out of a mermaid?
and then throw the human half out in the out in the ocean, and Sentry just serves this to us in the
Well,
morning.
technically, with
Would
Matrix,
would
should use the
Cyrus-
chef on-
There was like, would Cyrus and Neswain be just none the wiser, obviously, but would it just be serving fish?
I think it would be right. Like it tastes like fish, but you'd be eating a humanoid, so it'd be not humanoid.
Well,
you know.
since it's a humanoid, would it be considered cannibalism if you eat the fish half?
Because it's not human, and you're only a cannibal if you eat your own species.
No, but it's a
So-
humanoid.
No, but that's not cannibalism.
Oh, so you can
Not
eat
cannibal.
you can eat an
But I mean,
elf
like-
without being a cannibal.
Yeah,
in the,
I can
in the
help, but
greater
that's not cannibal.
context, eating sentient beings is wrong, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
Like, think about
cannibalism
it.
is just eating like the same species.
What if
I don't know.
what if a mermaid ate the fish pot?
Well,
That would just be fun.
that's just called sexy time.
I mean, what you gotta do is you gotta do what regular people do. Fish do. You just come on the eggs. That's how fish operate.
I mean, Luke, haven't you ever eaten the fishy part of a woman?
Yeah, but this might be a bit too literal.
Oh my.
This is by
Why,
far the strangest conversation I've had in a while.
That's an achievement. She talks to
If
me.
it doesn't smell and taste like Evian, I'm not going for it.
Yeah, I'll drag her to the coastline and then sort of just roll her into the sea.
All of her?
Yeah, in her entire. I mean, I have a rapier. I can't really cut someone in half with her.
What does mermaid breast milk taste like?
Oh my fucking god.
Algae.
Okay, basically, why would mermaids
Well,
have breast milk? Because they.
Because the thing,
Lay eggs.
exactly. Top half human. When they're babies, right? You know, mammals need milk. So come on, think about that.
But that,
Does it abide by platypus rules? Is it like
Yeah,
is it like hatched but it's raised like a mammal?
yeah, because
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
if
thinking,
it because she's a fish on the lower parts, right? So assuming mermaids lay eggs, would she even have milk in the breasts?
yeah, but they have a human half top, and mammals need milk. To
It
grow,
would
bone.
be a platypus.
But
Mermaids are platypuses confirmed.
It'd be a platypus, yeah.
platypus makes more sense.
Males would have dead
This
humans
fucking
every poisonous
conversation.
swine.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
Mermaids
yes,
can't-
mermaids do have breast milk.
Like,
Did you Google it?
omega-3. It's got loads of omega-3 in it. It'd be good.
Yeah.
And
That's
yes,
official.
they do produce eggs, like frogs.
So it is a platypus.
Yeah.
Mermaid feet pics is what we really want.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no,
And
the-
parents-
biologically stating they're technically humans, they would give birth to live young.
Quentin Tarantino's My Little fucking Mermaid film would be great. Quentin Tarantino.
I can't deal with this conversation.
This is a very strange conversation.
It is.
You are now one magic conch shell richer.
I am. I want to check out this shell.
Oh, bollocks, I knew someone would say that.
Bio identifies a spell as well.
You're asleep.
Yeah, you're asleep. This is the adventure of the robots.
It's like when you're screaming to a player who's dead. You're dead, shut up!
You had your chance.
I would like
this is one of those times where it's like we have to play along with this. That we have no idea what just happened tonight.
Yeah, we're just asleep. I'm having a comfy little dream.
I want to take a look at the shell to see if I can find out something, and if I don't, I want to blow on it. Like make like you blow. You can blow a conch shell, can't you? To like make the noise.
Yeah. Is it like a flute?
Yeah. I want to do both of those things. I want to check it and then blow it.
Guys,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Do you have lungs to blow it?
I am a real gnome, thank you very much. Of course I can blow air.
Says you'll just be confused for a moment and be like, okay.
I mean, she can produce pressure, just maybe not necessarily carbon dioxide and oxygen.
I'm just
You look
waiting-
lost in thought, Alex.
Pardon?
You look lost in thought.
No, I've just sent the conch in chat.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh, the conch of truth.
the conch of truth.
The truth is, you're trying to eat mermaids.
What does the conch say?
What does the card say?
oh, okay, so I can't blow it. I can just listen to it.
Please don't wrap me in seaweed and rice.
Wow, that's actually a cool item.
That is a cool item.
That's actually a fitting item for Matrix in a strange way. Thematically, not at all, because robot conch shell.
No, not the magic conch.
But I do benefit from wisdom though, so
You may keep the conch.
yeah, try taking it away. See what happens. You non being desperately tries to insult robot.
I guess I'd just be looming over you, considering I'm like double your height.
Yeah, you would be.
You'll see it as like a non-threat and just like walk away. Return to be Cyrus's sun shield, I guess.
I think like for the remainder of the time, Matrix would be fascinated in like learning more about this conch shell. So like for the remainder of the time, I would just
sit there and listen to it.
yeah, I will just sit and listen to it. Like, take in all of the truths revealing secrets of the universe.
Actually, how long does it take to attune?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Usually about an hour.
Oh, okay, so I can attune.
You
to
have
it.
an hour.
I have 4 hours, so Is
It reaches 100 hours. And Neswain and Cyrus awaken from their slumber. Cyrus a little grumpy because he was woken up halfway through. There's a strange smell of fish blood on the beach.
What are you talking about, Sentry?
Were you guys fishing?
No, master. A mermaid washed up. She died. We obtained a magic conch. Like gesture towards it.
I threw her out to sea. Look!
I'm gonna
As
shrug
the
it off
cold
as like,
in the water.
It hasn't gotten further than like 50 feet.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd
imagine
imagine.
going out and in with the.
Yeah. Maybe some crabs have got to her at this point.
Well, she's a fish, so she floats.
Yeah, you've been hoping a current would grab her, but it hasn't, and it's like really, it's very shallow for a really long time. It's one of those beaches where you can like walk out for like 200 feet.
I mean, if the tide was coming in, she'd just be repeatedly getting washed up.
Yes,
Like
that's
starts-
exactly what's
you can-
happening. She
you
just
can
keeps
s-
getting washed up.
You can start smelling the decaying fish.
Yes.
Neswin
I
will.
mean, he tried.
There's some seagulls like pecking at her.
Sentry
tried.
pauses for a moment and he looks at the water skin that he has filled with Fountain of Youth liquid. I wonders if that might have changed the outcome of the mermaid's life.
It's ironic you could have saved the mermaid.
I will now actually prop the hat back up so that I can see because it's nighttime.
As you pick it up, the moss has begun to dry out on Krusty, and as you move it, lots of soil falls off it.
Oh no! I will dip it in the seawater for a moment in hopes they
you
will.
move really
Actually, no, that's a
fast.
terrible idea. I will stop in the last moment. And just
Yeah,
be
let's
like,
put a
"That's
plant in
salty.
salt water.
That's very salty," and put it back on my head.
So that's where I dumped the mermaid.
And it now smells of
Floating like
decaying
10 feet
fish.
off the shore. Yeah, there's a few scales. There's like an eye bobbing in the water where the seagulls have got to them.
Is there anything of note in the area in the cove that we're in?
All of you are perception checks.
Yes, master.
Oh,
No,
wow.
master.
Trix and Sentry, Matrix and Sentry, on the shore, just about 20 feet away from you, we see a large 5-foot-tall sandcastle that's been seen on the beach. Over the night, you've seen a small crab scuttling in and out of it as if it lives there.
Where?
20 feet across the beach.
Right here.
I'll walk towards it.
Yeah,
Not-
I'll approach the sandcastle. Why not?
Well, seeing them approach the sandcastle, I think the sandcastle will become apparent to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find something.
This is the fun part about being a robot. Just
You just do things, and people are like, they probably know what they're doing.
yeah.
Opera just crashed.
Oh no. Rucola. No, that's not.
Ricola. Was that what you were attempting?
Yeah, I said rucola.
Yeah, you
which
said
is,
Ricola, not Ricola.
which is a herb.
Yeah. Or is it? Yeah. What is? Is it classified as a
No,
herb?
it's
Is
salad.
it salad?
Yeah, it's a salad.
Yeah.
While it's opening, I'm opening the window.
Is that daylight outside?
I
Where?
doubt it.
In the reflection of the mirror on your door.
Oh shit! No, that's not the
It
daylight.
can't be daylight. Yeah, it's pitch black outside.
Okay, well it is here as well.
Alex only lives like town over.
Inside, you see a small crab wandering about. As you approach, you notice he's wearing a tiny little wizard's hat. It doffs it and says, "Welcome, welcome. See my castle? Welcome,
Hello.
visitors, visitors,
What did you say?
Visit.
visitors, visitors.
Who are you?
I am Magnar the Magnificent.
I have never met a talking crab before.
I'm not a crab. I'm a grand and powerful wizard.
Processing. Looks like a crab is a wizard. Need to investigate further. Hello, wizard. How are you doing today?
I'm fabulous now. The rest you can hear this talking crab joke.
What the hell?
The fuck is this crab?
It's not a crab,
ever seen
it's
a
a
talking crab?
wizard.
It's quite clearly a
Okay.
crab.
It said it was a wizard. It's a wizard.
Do you think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and
Go
lie?
lie.
That's exactly Matrix's way of thinking.
Wizard Crab, why are you trapped in this form?
I'm not trapped. I'm not trapped. I'm protecting my castle.
But you're a crustacean.
How dare you? I am a grand wizard. I
Do
will
us
turn you into a hamster.
show us a spell then.
He will clip his claws, and a little water geyser will appear in front of him that's about a foot tall.
Right.
It's basically washing my kneecaps.
What's your name, wizard?
My name is Magna, the Magnificent.
Magda?
Magna. Magnar.
What land are we on, Magnar, the Magnificent?
My land, you want to my beach? My castle.
I see, you've got a castle, obviously.
Where is your land placed in? What land is your land in?
The big land.
What's
what?
the name of the big land?
The big land. I
The
came
big-
out from the sea to the big land.
This
I
place
don't
is called the
think
Big
this-
Land.
I don't think the crab has any understanding of geography.
I feel that this crab has always been a crab and is limited by the knowledge of crabs.
Well, clearly he surpassed some crabs. He can cast spells.
Cyrus is
Magnar,
ravenous
are you-
behind-
To the world, he's limited.
Magnar, are you a wizard of the sea? Have you learned your wizard ways from your home in the sea?
I learned my wizard ways from the witch.
So you're a crab who's learned magic. That's alright. That tells me everything.
No, I'm a wizard. Not a crab.
He
How many
is-
times have I got to say this?
I
Well,
agree.
anyway,
You're a wizard.
Well, I guess he would.
Crabs
He's-
don't refer
he's-
to themselves as crabs, right?
Who knows?
Crabs are fully aware that they're crabs. I think.
No, 'cause
I'm
it's like-
sure.
no,
Who's ever spoken to a crab?
Well,
he would have
you
never
know.
spoken to a human that would have called him a crab. He might just be like, I'm just me.
Mr. Magnar, can you please invite us into your humble abode?
He'll look at him. No, no one come in my castle.
I don't think he has the facilities to host the guests. Looking at the tiny 5-foot castle.
He is a wizard. We fit in the castle. Just Matrix's reasoning.
ooh. Can I cast reduce
On who?
on myself? I have the ability to cast enlarge reduce.
Oh no. Are you gonna plunder this poor wizard crab's home?
Hold on.
Steal his colourful shells.
Oh no, I can only. Sorry, since it's a dwarf spell, I can only enlarge myself because I'm already small enough.
Now who are you? Rude it is. Name. So Magna knows who you are.
I've never had to present myself for a wizard of your stature before.
I knew there'd be a short joke somewhere.
I'm Captain Neswain, and this is
I love
my.
Magna. I'm sorry.
I'm Captain Neswain. This is my lovely crew.
Missed this trick by calling him,
Rude.
didn't call him Crabnar.
I was very tempted. But I decided then, if you decide to take him with you in any capacity, I'm stuck calling a character Crabnar for the rest of the campaign.
This is Matrix.
Hello, I am Matrix.
Tiny shiny one.
This is Sentry.
Mm. He'll come up to you, look at your shininess, and begin cleaning his shell in your mirror reflection.
And this is my first officer, Cyrus.
Why? Brabnar.
You've the
He's
look of
older
a-
than he looks.
You've the look of a wolf.
I'm gonna like rub one of my fingers on the ring I'm wearing. Yes. And I'm hungry like one too. Got
Can
any
I-
food?
Can I sense if this castle of his is just a regular sandcastle or if it's like a magical sandcastle?
You
You
can
just kick it.
do an Arcana check to see.
Yes,
I
I want
was
to
so-
Arcana check the fucking sandcastle.
I have been holding back the urge to say kick for so long.
Or
15.
stand on.
You believe to him it's magical.
Pump it and find out.
Wait, so it isn't magical?
No.
You don't fully know, but to him it's magical.
Belief can move mountains.
Look, if he's just gonna waste our time, we might as well move on. Magical
Magnar.
crabs are interesting, but food is important.
Where you go? You go
Magnar,
to, you're going to the big house?
We're going to many big houses.
I point to a large mansion on the cliff face, which you've not seen yet.
Is that where the witch lives, Magnar?
No, the witch in the sea. The elf
Is
lady
it-
live on the cliff.
Is the witch in the sea, or is her name Ursula?
That was my thought.
I don't know, but she kept calling me a poor unfortunate soul.
Wait, is this the crab from Ariel?
No, he would be talking like this. Because
Well,
under
then
the sea.
They get the race. You know, races.
Magnar, I believe
Sebastian!
we would have great use of a powerful wizard aboard our crew. Would you like to
Oh,
join?
God. Come with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I
Sure.
ride on the shiny one? And then point at Sentry.
As long as you
No,
don't
look,
scuff
no, I'm
Hey.
lit.
Will you consent to this, Sentry?
No.
How about the other shiny one?
Matrix?
I point to Matrix.
You want to live in me?
I want to live on you.
Mm,
Okay,
And live on your shoulder.
you're welcome to live on my shoulder.
Don't give me a cracker. I'm not a parrot.
And that's okay. You're not a parrot.
I'm gonna literally
one?
whisper to this
You're a
man,
wizard.
Are we carrying breakfast with us now?
We'll see.
Am I just
What the hell
permanently
does
gonna have a
magic
crab
crab
on my
taste
shoulder?
At which point he's like, yes, I come with. Come, Sebastian. He'll whistle and a tiny parrot will appear out of his side.
Wait,
What's that
so
on his
wait,
head?
so Matrix has a crab on her shoulder, who then again has a tiny parrot called Sebastian on his claw, something.
His
Yes.
back.
Wow,
his shell?
this is a sight.
The parrot is so small that even if it was annoying, you wouldn't hear it.
No, this parrot is like the size of my little finger. It's so tiny. It's the end of my little finger.
It's like hearing the squeak of a mouse. You wouldn't hear it unless you were listening
No.
for it.
He'll put his little wizard hat on and Sebastian will perch on the peak of his hat.
Now, I believe it may be prudent to have a look at the large elven mansion. Are you stomping on that? The way you were just like,
Bumping on his house.
Ascending from the serene beach below is a path trodden by many feet over time. It ascends the cliffs, spiraling as it makes its journey. A warm ocean breeze caresses the bodies of those who tread the soft path.
Oh. I will
That piece-
accidentally knock over one tower of the castle as I walk past,
Magnar will cast magic missile at you.
which does 1d1.
1d4. It's still a magic missile.
Still a magic missile, great. One
It does-
magic missile.
It does 1 point of damage.
Nice hit, Magna.
Just for Maclaw, a magic missile comes. Shit, I have to make a character sheet for Magnar now.
Be
You'd
wary.
be like, oh shit!
be
It's like a sting.
Be wary of the claws. Don't pinch my skin.
You don't have skin,
I have skin.
and I have wings.
You do? That sounds very practical.
Iris is going to matter of factly put it to Matrix. Look, you don't have skin. You have a hard metal shell.
I have
Get out.
skin.
That's very personal attack.
Let's head for the Elven Man.
Blood's important.
I'm assuming it's up here.
Yeah, this looks like a neatly made out path for us to walk up.
I mean, I would say we'd follow Nesway, but he's probably got short little legs.
I have a walking speed of 25. You can all walk 5 feet a second faster than me.
We have to naturally shorten our stride to keep up with you.
And that is where, after one final act, we will end the session. But I want to do something first. All of you, and I mean all of you, please roll a D100.
D100.
Ah, 4 away from the cool number. Yeah, whoever rolls the funny number first wins.
33.
Lou.
Yeah.
Who's going to keep running till you get 69, aren't you?
What?
You're going to keep rolling till you get 69, aren't you?
No. I'm saying in future. Every time I roll the 100, I'm going to keep a mental track. Whoever rolls the funny number first will win.
On the shore, you come across this item. Aina.
Yeah.
You come across this item.
There's a single fresh fish on your body at any given time, once a day.
I'm gonna use this to feed Magna.
Alden? Oh god, Mark gets the best one. He really does.
I mean, mine gives me a potentially fuckable creature once in a 1 in 4 chance.
A mermaid, man. They
Pistol
wear a dolphin.
shrimp power bracelet.
It's Mark's.
Wait, is my item a one-use item? Because
No.
okay,
A pistol shrimp power bracelet. Let's give you the map.
So it's a spell scroll. Of what level?
It tells you the spell.
I need to add this on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, but it doesn't say what level the spell is.
It doesn't have a level. No, I do need to add it on D&D. It doesn't exist on D&D Beyond yet.
I'll just add myself a spell scroll and call it that.
Call that second level. Seems fair. It's like a weirdly flavoured entangle spell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my fresh fish, give it to Magnar and Sebastian every day so they have a steady income of food.
You discovered you gained a pet crab and a pet parrot of your pet crab.
Yeah.
And you're now going to feed them with a fish each day.
Yeah, it
The
appears.
perfect economy.
Yeah, it is. They're gonna love me. The magic Magnar the Magnificent Crab. And his friend Sebastian.
How amazing is Magnar?
Yeah.
Magnar's magnificent.
You've gotta love Magnar.
Have you had time to calculate a little bit of XP?
I have indeed.
Lovely.
Ooh, do I hear a level up?
I'm just checking your current XP boundary.
We all miss 520.
Wait, yeah.
Aside from John, is this the one campaign that we've
518.
all been around for?
Yep.
Mhm.
John's not part of the campaign anymore.
Yeah, I know.
50. You all gain 825 XP.
Fuck yes.
Yay!
Please.
That
What did you say?
is
8?
825
that is a
H2.
level up.
Hell yes.
for all of you, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, on the same XP, I'm pretty sure.
we are.
Magic character level.
Odd level 2 now.
I think I wanted the feet, but I can't remember what it was.
And we go max HP, yes?
Pardon?
We go max HP, yeah?
Yes.
I get
Oh, so close to +5 strength. Damn it. That's all I got. I just got an ability score improvement.
Damn, there was a feat that I wanted, but I can't remember what it was called now.
Does everyone have the same thing on level 4?
It's ability
I'm
score
not
improvement, I think, for most of us.
I'm multi-classing, so I don't.
Oh yeah, you're choosing a different level. If either Strahd gets retired, or we find a reason to kill Argus, I find a reason to kill Argus, I will kill Argus. I will start playing my first multi-classed character.
Trying to think of what spell I want.
It was resilient. I wanted.
Nice.
Magnar is also to complement the fact you don't have John. See how easily replaced he is? Sorry.
Oh, and I have Jack of all trades though. That's pretty spicy.
Wait, so are we doing?
That is very good.
You were saying, Mark?
How do you set max HP or to do your hit points?
In your character, manage character and levels, when you're on the level screen, you can go manage HP and it tells you what the max HP is, and you just go HP override.
Right.
You could also calculate it by just knowing your hit die.
Alright, we going for is everyone going for total possible or just average?
Total possible.
Oh,
I think. Like I have 2 different hit die, so I don't have.
So wait, total possible. So I should have 52 then.
It says in your in your character builder, and when you click manage hit
Yeah,
points,
yeah.
it tells you total fixed, total average, and total possible, and that accounts for multiclassing and constitution score.
Yeah, I know, but as in what I'm saying is manually, I don't know off the top of my head. 'Cause I have 2 hit.
So I now have a plus
I've got
5
one.
dex. Let's go.
I've got
And
48 points, which is pretty epic.
I'm proficient in strength, dex, and con saving throws. And a couple levels, I get wisdom as well.
Sick.
I just like that I'm like half proficient in everything.
Yeah, I'm half proficient in everything as well. It's epic.
It is. And I'm
Being half
super
proficient.
proficient in, or I have expertise in deception and performance.
Yeah, I don't get expertise until next level, I think.
FYI, there is a feat called Chef,
I know.
which lets you increase your wisdom score by 1 as well.
I
How
chose
many
I chose ability score improvement so I can improve both intelligence and charisma.
Oh, we gain extra attack
Oh.
next level.
Yes. The 2 fighters.
How many hit points do you have, Ina?
I have 36.
Not bad. Not
How
bad.
many do you have, Luke?
48.
I also have 48.
But you're a paladin as well as a bard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only 2 levels in Paladin. It's 2 and 2 at the moment.
I
I have-
get another cantrip and another spell.
I
Yeah,
have
I just got another.
I have 52 HP and 22 armor. I have a feeling I ain't gonna get killed for a little while. Hopefully.
I don't know what spells to pick. I've got so many choices. Because I can pick from this Paladin list of spells as well.
Well, yeah, because you can pick from Paladin and Bard spells.
Wow,
Yeah.
I could choose mending and then I have like infinite healing on myself.
I have Demonic Haze as a cantrip, and that just seems really fucking OP.
What
My
is it?
Demonic Haze was built for the Hellchild.
It's insane. It's like 2d12 fire damage. And then they keep taking 1d12 for every turn the spell was running if they fail the check. What the hell?
Yeah, I actually need to choose a useful spell here. Because
You choose a useful spell.
I have useful spells, it's just they're so OP that I can't use them so many times or
Right.
else I just break the game.
Huh. Well, I'm in a pretty comfortable position with the character anyway, so I just need to level up next level. I get to pick my subclass. So it's a little bit of a wait until I actually get super like good, but oh well. Official class is advanced max 3 hit points. Okay, sure. What did everyone pick as is everyone's ability scores looking stonky or
I think I've got
anyone?
20 decks now, so.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I want to go 20 strength or do strength and whiz. I think I might do 20 strength just straight off the bat here.
Yeah, 20 strength is
Yeah,
ideal.
I definitely wanted to do that, actually.
Now I essentially don't need to improve any more attributes because I don't really care about the rest.
No, I just want to get charisma and strength to 20. Ideally, everything else is kind of fine. Well, I don't really need it to be high for anything else. When I get my first ability score modifier, which won't be for 2 levels, I'll go charisma and strength, 1 each.